Representative Timothy Wesco was named as a sponsor for Senate Bill 29. The bill addresses various aspects of school curriculum, including an assessment of how many schools currently teach cursive. In layman's terms, what is the cursive part of Senate Bill 29?
Senate Bill 29 was amended later on in the process to address the cursive writing debate, which has been going on for a number of years, and essentially requires a survey to be done by the Department of Education to determine how many schools are and aren't teaching cursive writing. So really we don't even have good understanding of the numbers. There was other legislation, and has been for a number of years, to require schools teach cursive writing, but when you begin to ask questions, well, how many do and how many don't, we didn't even know that.
The assessment is a compromise between those who want to mandate cursive education and those who do not. Senate Bill 86 was a previous bill calling for cursive education to be mandatory. This bill passed the Senate but did not succeed in the House.
It did not move. The chairman of the House Education Committee really has no interest in it. And even I'm somewhat hesitant to require and mandate more of these things. Generally speaking, school corporations and their board and their administrators, I think, are the best people in a position to know what they should teach their kids. And I don't know that I would require any child to have to write in cursive. Maybe that they have the opportunity to learn how to write the letters and learn how to read cursive, but would I require them to meet a certain level of proficiency of cursive writing? I don't know that I would.
What is the case that supporters of mandating cursive education have put forward?
Historic documents are in cursive. Don't you want people to be able to at least read them? You still receive letters in cursive writing. And don't you want young people to be able to read a birthday card that their grandmother or somebody wrote out to them or gave them?
Researchers are divided as to whether cursive handwriting has scientific benefits over print. University of Washington professor Virginia Berninger wrote that cursive can improve spelling and the speed of writing and reading. Through MRI scans, Professor Karen James of Indiana University found that print handwriting could help facilitate reading in young children. The research shows that handwriting generally is beneficial for students. However, some opposers of mandated cursive education believe that focusing on typing and computer education are more crucial now.
There's 2 points of criticism. First, don't mandate it. And then secondly, is it essential for our modern workforce, for our modern skill sets that we need, since we use computers so much often? There's oftentimes a dichotomy set up. Isn't it better to teach kids typing than it is to teach kids cursive writing? Obviously, typing is an essential skill for someone in today's world. I think that's undebatable. But I also would support first and second graders learning cursive writing and third and fourth and fifth graders learning how to type on a keyboard.
Wesco believes that children should know both print and cursive handwriting so that they can decide how they like to write.
I think handwriting should be required of some kind, but allow the student, teach the student both how to write script and cursive, and allow the student to decide long-term which one they prefer.
Wesco encourages parents to be involved during the process.
I think parents ought to be doing a survey of whether their school and whether their children are being taught cursive writing. And I think if that's something that's important to parents, they ought to contact their schools about and say, hey, we want cursive writing taught. Even if the school is not willing to teach it, I mean, parents can teach it to their young people and throughout the summer and so forth. It could be a great way to keep a young person engaged. Have them start a journal or a diary or something. That's something my parents did. It's not something that I am convinced needs to be mandated from the state. I certainly don't want to put an extra level of pressure on our educators who are already stressed out about the other things that are being tested. But I do think that there are significant benefits to cursive writing that both teachers, schools, and parents need to seriously consider.